Hi, this is Allie with Pure View Fitness. We're continuing our FMS recovery exercises for the Apple Valley High School football team. I'm going to talk about now the active straight leg raise. We're pretty much foam rolling. The biggest thing with the straight leg raise is a lack of mobility, a lack of flexibility, and so we're pretty much going to take the whole posterior chain, which means everything from like your glutes here down to the bottom of your calves. Take about 2 minutes on each area, just giving a good foam roll. I just need to note here, we are going to start with your low back. That's going to be a really important one. But number one, this is something that you want to only do after practice, and then you do want to limit yourself to about 2 minutes, and then no more than maybe like 3 times a week. Low back can be touchy if you allow some of that rigidity to be lost within your back. It's putting your spine at like a higher risk for injury. And so you do, low back is good, it's a good place to foam roll, but you just really don't want to spend too much time there. That 2-minute mark is going to be about a good place to stop. All these other ones, you can hit them as hard as you want. If you're hurting, it's definitely a good thing to be on. So we'll start here. As you see my diagram too, I made sure that we noted that it's about everything on that posterior chain. So when you're doing your back, you're doing your low back, you can just get up just right above the top of your glutes and just lean over here, rolling a little bit back and forth just in that low back. Oh. You can situate on each side, roll on each side, get those muscles along your spine. That's the most important thing here. I guess I'll stay down here. Next one, moving down to the glutes. The most important one here is going to be to work on your glute med. I mean, you can just sit on your glutes here, but the most important one is going to be the glute med. So to hit that, we're going to cross one leg over. So I have my left leg crossed. That means I'm working on my right glute. So I'm just sitting over onto that side, and you're trying to run the foam roller right on that side of your butt here. So just sitting there, going back and forth. The glute med is a really small muscle, and so you don't need a lot of movement to really get at it. After that, moving down to the hamstrings. Kind of the same thing, just taking your time on these. Cross your legs so you get more pressure on that one leg. Really drive your leg down into that foam roller, get as much pressure on as you can. Just slowly working your way down and up on the leg. When you move to the calf, make sure we're not crossing our knees on the hamstring or on the calf. So as you move to your calf, move the foam roller, don't just move on the foam roller. And as we talked about before, when you're doing your calf, you want to hit the outside of your calf, the middle of your calf, as well as the inside of your calf. So starting on the outside, just slowly working your way up on the outside and then back down on the outside. Once you get back down, move to the middle, slowly working your way up here, all the way up the middle of your calf, all the way back down the middle of your calf, slowly there. Same thing on the inside, really rotating that leg in, getting slowly up on the middle, slowly down on the middle. So it's the best way to hit your posterior chain. It is going to wind up being a little bit lengthier, so do this when you have some time to spend on it. If you hit each muscle individually, maybe like Monday you're doing your low back, Tuesday you're doing your hamstrings, like Wednesday you're doing your glutes, like Thursday you're doing your calves, and then Friday you're hitting whatever's really sore. That's a really great way to do it. Just the last thing that we want to show you is just a really good isolated hamstring stretch. You just need something to put your toes up on. If you haven't seen this before, this is our wonderful FMS board, but just anything that you can get your toes up on like this. So you just want to get your toes up on a board, on something just so you're a bit elevated here, and just keeping your legs straight, hinging at your hips, keeping a good flat back until you really feel a good stretch in your hamstrings. Back up. As you're doing these, think about getting a little bit lower on your stretch every time. So just a little bit lower on your stretch, back up, a little bit lower here, back up. You can do those about 10 to 15 times. If you want to do like 1 or 2 sets, that's cool too. These are your corrective exercises for the active straight leg raise. I'm Allie.